All right, so I just wanted to talk about Rob Pelinka real quick. Whoever came up with the rumor that Rob Pelinka's future with the Lakers isn't as secure as believed, you don't know really what's going on with the Lakers organization, obviously. Now, I do think Rob should probably be held for a lot of the issues that this team's roster has had this year, but it but Rob was Kobe's agent. He's very familiar with Jeannie Buss and the Lakers front office. If you know anything about Jeannie Buss, you know she likes to run the Lakers as if it's like a mom and pop shop. So no, Rob's not going anywhere anytime soon. There's a lot of blame that can go around as far as, the Westbrook trade, some of the roster moves. So that's not only on Rob, it's on Rob, Jenny, LeBron, AD, whoever else really signed off on that deal. Okay. Again, I understand why the Westbrook deal, I've talked about this multiple times before. I understand why it had to happen, why it had to be made, and AD and LeBron almost guaranteed that they'll miss some games during the regular season. So Westbrook was supposed to help lift some of that burden, and it just didn't work out. But trust me, Rob Pelinka isn't going anywhere anytime soon. He's going to be there for quite a while. Okay, so let's move on and talk about some NFL news because there was crazy NFL news over this last week. So let's just start off with like the biggest one. Russell Wilson was traded to the Denver Broncos. So what I'll do is I'll just read off real quick this whole trade. So Denver is trading its 2022 first round pick, 9th overall, and its 2023 first round pick, its 2022 second rounder, which is 40th overall, another second round pick in 2023, and a 2022 fifth pick to acquire Russell Wilson. The Broncos will also receive a 2022 fourth round pick in return for Russell Wilson. So I honestly love what Denver did. That division's obviously going to be one of the toughest divisions I think we've ever seen. But the Bears had a top 7 defense in the NFL last year, and you didn't make the playoffs. Like, you have to give your fan base something to root for when you make trades for something like Khalil Mack. The Chargers trading for Khalil Mack clearly means they're trying to put their team in a division or in a position to win. They have a really good offense already with Justin Herbert. So that defense adding Khalil Mack, it's going to be insane. Sometimes you just can't do a wait and see kind of thing. I think you just go for it when you feel like you have all the right pieces. And if it doesn't work out, then it just doesn't work out. I think the vast majority of fans will love the trades that you make if you put your team in a position to win. And if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. All right, so moving on, we can talk about Carson Wentz trade to the Washington Commanders. I don't want to spend too much time talking about Carson Wentz being traded to the Washington Commanders because Carson Wentz, he had one solid season. He got injured with the Philadelphia Eagles and was never really the same after that injury. Really talented arm. I think he forces the ball way too much. So he's definitely going to turn the ball over, and you can pretty much count on him missing games. So I really don't think this is as big of a deal as the Denver Broncos trade. Now, also, Amari Cooper did get traded to the Cleveland Browns. So Amari Cooper, I feel like will definitely help Baker Mayfield. He's a really good route runner, and he's not a diva. He's a good receiver, but he's not really a diva, so you don't really have to worry about him after the game going over to the press conferences and saying, I didn't get the ball too much. Like, he doesn't complain that much. You know what I mean? He's a real stand-up guy. So I think that's what Cleveland can use is just really some quiet and try to go out there and win their division, which I feel like they're really capable of this season. Also, news that broke out on Sunday is Deshaun Watson looking to be traded. He is meeting with the Saints here soon, so probably next week. The Carolina Panthers have also showed interest. Deshaun Watson is a really talented player. I just think a lot of teams were kind of spooked over his off-the-field allegations, which over the weekend, these charges were dropped. So I really think a lot of teams should line up to go get Deshaun Watson for sure.